takes the pitch outside. He's a right-hand hitter. He's only been up 12 times, 2 for 12. He can hit the ball out, too, oddly enough. The 1-0. God, he's not a good hitter, but he has power.
Well, and he's perfect on this team.
Unbelievably so. That is unbelievably so. It'll be a 1-1 to Blanco. And the pitch cut on foul back. 1-2.
Henry Blanco been around a long time. He's 41 years old, from Caracas, Venezuela.
How many teams has he played for in the majors?
Well, let's take a look, John.
Okay.
Milwaukee, Atlanta, Minnesota, National League Chicago, San Diego, Mets, Arizona.
That's 7. Here's the 1-2. Fastball high, 2-2.
Well, he's got a long way to go to catch up to Dotel. Dotel can tell you all the teams in order and what years they are.
The 2-2. One fastball outside, we got 3-2. Well, I think I can name all the radio and TV stations ever.
Yeah, but Octavio has 14 of them. Can you do all? Do you have 14 different jobs?
I have to think about it. Here comes the payoff. Swung on and fouled back. Well, the only thing is, I'm sure I've had 14 jobs, but I mean, it's over a much longer period than There'll be a payoff to Blanco. 1 out, no one on, top of the third. Yanks with a 1-0 lead. And Hughes deals, swung on, and popped up. Foul. Right to our right, back in the crowd. Well, we never really got finished with Euclid, but the point is they have to figure out something. The Yankees, let's say Euclid can play today. The Yankees are playing without a backup infielder. They have no one to play the infield. I mean, they'll figure it out, but now here comes the 3-2. And he struck him out swinging. Foul tip into Stewart's glove. That's the 4th strikeout. I would bet you that Romine can play the infield. His brother does.
Right.
And I would bet, he's a right-hand thrower, but he can catch you, so they probably could stick him out there.
Well, I think that there are a couple of people down at AAA. I mean, I'm sure that Oscar Romine is an athlete, but they've got some people down at AAA that...
Kawasaki takes a strike. He's a left-hand hitter.
I had heard that the youngster David Adams has been moved over to third base, so maybe that's a hint here.
Now the 0-1 there is a strike to the count 0-2.
Boy, Phil Hughes has got some pace. We're not going to get anything in today. We'll just talk here.
There'll be an 0-2 to the left-hand hitting Kawasaki. The pitch breaking ball low. Kawasaki 8-for-37, no homers and 3 RBI.
But they've got to decide whether they're going to put him on the DL and get somebody here, or you're playing with a man short. You've been playing for a week with a man short, and he's a bat that you need.
Well, that's true. It really hurts against left-hand pitching, and they're going to look. Every team is going to try to find lefties to pitch against the Yanks.
I know he was going to see the doctor today. No test work scheduled.
The 1-2 was low. But anyway, just taking today, you have Gardner on the bench and Francisco. They're outfielders. The other catcher, you just can't play him. You need him as a backup catcher. That's Romo.
Right.
That's it. Here's a 2-2. High. 3-2. I mean, it's okay if no one gets hurt. But they have... if Euclid can't play, they have no one to back up anyone on the infield. Well, here comes the 3-2 to Kawasaki. A player you don't want to walk. And the pitch is chopped over the mound and through to center field for a base hit. So there's the first base runner. On a chop that just was over Hughes' head. So Kawasaki at first with 2 out.
This game is brought to you by your Tri-State Ford dealer, home of the best-selling brand in America. Stop by for a great deal on a new Ford car, truck, SUV, or crossover. Get to your Tri-State Ford dealer today.
Now here is Brett Laurie. That's one way baseball's changed. In the old days, they didn't carry all these pitchers. Pitches either had to pitch longer, or, well, they weren't worried about pitchers. They weren't worried about anyone.
Well, they all pitched longer.
The pitch to Laurie is just off the outside corner. Laurie struck out his first time. And honestly, Casey Stengel used to pinch hit for the shortstop in the second inning and third inning. And he'd have a bunch of infielders, and they'd have a bunch of big fat sluggers who come off the bench. That'll be a 1-0 to Laurie, a right-hand hitter with power, and the pitch got on him. Good high fastball by Hughes. See, that's located in a great spot. And as Susan said before, that Hughes throws hard enough and has late life that he can throw up in the strike zone, pitch up in the strike zone, and just did a fastball in on the hands. And Laurie didn't have a chance.
You know who used to tell stories about that? Gil McDougall always used to talk about that. Once he was pinch hit 4 in the bottom of the first inning. He went out and played the field, and he used to tell all those kinds of stories. Bill could play anywhere.
He was a great Yankee. McDougall was a star at second base, at third base, and at shortstop.
Yep.
Played all 3 spots for the Yanks in different years. That'll be a 1-1 to Laurie, who takes a moment out of the box.
Well, Kawasaki, I think, lost his helmet when he went back. He called time. Oh, he had dirt down his uniform.
Now, here comes the 1-1. There's a strike out the knees, and the count 1-2.
You know, you've got to love Phil Hughes' pace today, John. He's not standing around looking at it. They wanted him to be more aggressive. That's something he and Larry Rothschild have worked on. He's really doing it.
And deals 1-2. Foul back. Kawasaki was running on the play. 2 outs, a runner at first. Yanks have a 1-0 lead on a Bosch home run. Stop by Wendy's for any size hot or iced coffee for just 99 cents. Bold flavor, bold price, just 99 cents. If your tri-state area Wendy's, now that's better. Some restrictions apply.
Laurie's trying to slow him down. Stepped out of the box for a minute.
The 1-2 is fouled off to our right. Count holds at 1-2.
I know you're watching Hughes. Have you watched Kawasaki at first base? He's doing like little stutter steps over there. He's not going anywhere, but he's almost running in place. He's a character.